Good evening, everyone. This is Clinton from GODsHAND Studios, and today we'll be discussing something I find interesting. And you see, I pity young people, like I really pity young people that don't look into this area of their life. That's this area we are about to share now, because maybe they think they are too young, or it's not really their thing, or it doesn't matter for now. So let's get into it. It's from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26, and it says, I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will ensnare. One of the key things that struck out to me, that made me to pause and reflect on this verse, is the word he used to convey his messages. He said he found it bitter, more bitter than death. Now, death is a very strong word, and one of the, I would say, greatest tragedy, not the greatest, but one of the greatest tragedy that is known to man. But Solomon is saying that this one is more bitter than death. And what is more bitter than death that he's saying? A woman who is a snake. I hear a wise man say that the worst mistake a man will make is to marry the wrong woman. Whoever marries wrongly has made the greatest mistake in his life. And the funny thing about this is that we don't know who a wrong woman is. We don't know who the wrong people are. They don't write it in the face. Nobody carries labels saying these are the good ones, these are the bad ones. And the stories we've heard over the years, I've heard of a man that got married, and the wife has been good all the way, although there are little signs, and we know nobody's perfect. But 2 years in the marriage, everything was going well. But 3 years down the marriage, the story started changing. A whole lot of things changed, that the marriage became pits, like the worst thing that has ever happened to the man. But I rejoice greatly when I found out also that there is a solution to this, and the solution is still in the verse. Okay, let me read the last part. He said, the man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will ensnare. And if he's saying man, is not only about male man. Also, the female needs to marry rightly, because it's possible for a good female to marry the wrong man. So he's saying a man. So if I'm saying a man now, talking about male and female, a man that pleases God will escape from this snare. So that's the requirement, that you should please God. So it's also interesting that I know that this one, what will help you out of this horror is not smartness. I've heard of a man, it's a true story, that had a lot of affair with women during his youth. When he was ready to get married, he went into the village to find a calm girl that goes to church, and brought the girl to the city, and the girl dealt with her treacherously, because they don't write it in the face. It's only God that knows the heart. So, but the God that knows the heart is saying that there is a solution, and the solution is that you please him. How do you please him? Please him even in that relationship. Do his will in the relationship. Maintain purity in that relationship, so you can escape from this horror. Notice that he didn't even say that he's a good man that will escape, or a man with a good heart, or a generous man. No. Those things are good, but they have their own keys. There are things that they handle, not in this area of marriage. You can be a good man and get married to the worst woman on earth. And one of the things that are standing out for me is, no matter how sure you are, let's say you've seen someone, you love each other, you both, you are compatible, you are sure that this is the person, and the person is sure that this is you, still avoid anything immoral. Flee from anything that should be done in marriage. Don't bring it to your relationship. Let the relationship be relationship, and marriage be marriage. Because the mistake some people make is that you've gotten to the point where you are too sure, and you'll be like, since we love each other, we are good for each other, we are compatible, let's go on and do this. Since I'm going to marry at last, still don't do it. In all cases, flee. Listen to God concerning your relationship. Please him by obeying what he tells you through your listening in that relationship, so you can avoid this horror. One of the greatest joy I experience whenever I hear things like this or discussing matters like this is that we are very privileged. We are a privileged generation. And some people that I've seen that made such mistakes in their own marriage, it's not that they are disobedient, but they don't have this knowledge that are coming your way. So when you hear things like this, celebrate it and embrace it, because I know that you are not just listening to hear what we are saying, but you're also going to put it to work and make a godly home. Believe me, you're going to be very happy if you get this right. That's why I know that you are going to put it to work. So thank you very much for listening till now, and see you in the next video.